In the fog-shrouded town of Eldridge, where whispers of lost treasures danced on the wind like drunken fireflies, the rusty dagger tavern pulsed with the heartbeat of misfits and dreamers. Elara, the elven mage with silver hair that shimmered like moonlight on a blade, and a staff that hummed with untapped potential, nursed a lukewarm tea. She was the healer, book-smart but spell-clumsy, always one incantation away from a backfire. Beside her loomed Thorne, a mountain of a man with a beard that could hide a family of squirrels and muscles forged from years of bar brawls. He was the brawn, straightforward as a hammer to the face, but with a heart as soft as his punches were hard. And then there was Finn, the half-elf rogue with eyes like polished emeralds, a grin that could disarm a king, and fingers quicker than a pickpocket's apology. He was the charm, the sneak, the one who turned every crisis into a punchline. The door crashed open like a thunderclap, silencing the rowdy crowd. A weathered knight, armor dented like he'd lost a fight with a boulder, slapped a crumpled scroll onto the bar. Goblins raided Blackthorn Keep, snatched the crystal of dawn, lights up like a star, powers up the weak. Reward, gold enough to drown in, and fame that'll make bards weep. Who dares? Eyes darted, mugs paused mid-sip. Finn leaned back, flashing his signature smirk. Sounds like a setup for a bad joke. 3 adventurers walk into a tavern and walk out heroes. Count me in, I could use a glow-up. He winked at a passing barmaid who giggled and swatted his arm. Elara rolled her eyes, a faint flush creeping up her neck, but she hid it behind her cup. Thorne just grunted, cracking his knuckles like popping corn. Goblins, easy smash. But if we die, Finn buys the next round, in the afterlife. Elara hesitated, her voice soft but steady. We're not exactly legends yet. My spells fizzle more than they dazzle. Thorne charges like a blind bull, and Finn, well, you're you. But the crystal called to her, a boost for her magic, a chance to prove she wasn't just a fragile scholar. Finn slung an arm around her shoulders, casual like he did with everyone, but pulled back quick when she shot him a look. Or come on, Elara, with your brains, Thorne's brawn, and my everything, will be unstoppable. Besides, staying here's boring. Last week I flirted with that merchant's daughter, total disaster, she had a pet wolf. They snatched the quest and slipped out at first light, the forest path a twisting snake of shadows and secrets. Witty barbs flew to mask their nerves. If we get lost, blame Thorne, he navigates like a drunk squirrel, Finn quipped. Says the elf who trips over his own cloak, Thorne shot back. Tension coiled like a spring when rustles turned to snarls. 3 goblins leaped from the underbrush, eyes gleaming with malice, rusty blades glinting. Ambush, Elara yelped, her staff trembling. Thorne roared and swung his axe, too wide, too slow. It thunked into a tree, stuck fast. Blast it, not again. A goblin slashed at his leg, drawing blood. Pain shot through him, but he laughed it off. That all you got, twig arms? Finn dodged a swipe, trying charm first. Hey fellas, ever consider therapy? All this raiding can't be good for the soul. The goblin growled and lunged. Finn parried with a dagger, but slipped on wet leaves, tumbling into a bush. Okay, plan B, stabby time. Elara chanted a healing spell for Thorne, but it sputtered like a wet firecracker, barely closing the wound. Hold on. A goblin turned on her, blade raised, heart-pounding seconds stretched as she fumbled her words. Finn rolled free and hurled a throwing knife, nicking the beast's ear. Not on my watch, ugly. In the frantic scramble, Thorne yanked his axe loose, crushing one goblin with a lucky backswing. Finn tripped another into a thorn patch, yelping comically. Elara's bolt finally fired true, zapping the last into a smoking heap. They collapsed, breathless, laughing through the adrenaline. We almost became goblin chow, Finn wheezed, clutching a shallow cut. Elara, your spark saved us. You're the real magic here. She bandaged him efficiently, their eyes meeting briefly, no words, just a spark of something unspoken. Just doing my part, she murmured. Finn grinned, but turned it light. Yeah, well, next time I'll flirt with the goblins first, buy us time. Deeper in, an ancient shrine loomed, vines choking its runes. A faint hum drew them close. Touching it, power surged. Elara's spells steadied, Thorne's strength sharpened, Finn's agility quickened. Whoa, instant upgrade, Finn said, like drinking a potion of not sucking. But the keeper waited, its crumbling walls whispering dangers. Inside, tension ratcheted up. Finn picked a lock, but a click echoed too loud. Trap! A pendulum blade swung from the ceiling, whistling death. Thorne shoved Elara aside, taking a graze on his arm. Close shave, literally. Heart racing, they pressed on, breaths shallow in the dim torchlight. A side chamber held more goblins, 5 this time, scavenging relics. Stealth failed when Thorne sneezed, "Curse this dust." Chaos erupted. Finn flipped over a table, taunting, "Come get me, you green disasters." He flirted with distraction, but one goblin cornered him, blade inches from his throat. Tension peaked as time slowed. Elara's empowered heal orb zipped in, mending Thorne mid-swing as he bulldozed 2 foes. "My turn," Thorne bellowed, now faster, axe a blur. Finn twisted free, stabbing low. "Thanks for the save again." Elara nodded, focused, but her glance lingered on him a beat longer. No declarations, just quiet chemistry building amid the brawl. They cleared the room, but exhaustion nipped at their heels. "We're getting better," Thorne admitted, wiping sweat, "but that chief's waiting, feel the air thickening." The main hall, a cavernous trap, the goblin chief a bloated terror with the crystal gleaming on his belt, flanked by a snarling dozen. "Intruders, crush 'em," he roared. Battle exploded, tension at fever pitch. Thorne charged, empowered swings felling minions, but the chief's club slammed him into a pillar, cracking stone. "Thorne," Elara cried, fear sharpening her voice. She hurled light bolts, but dodged a thrown spear that grazed her robe. Close, too close. Finn danced through the fray, daggers flashing. "Hey, chief, your breath could wilt flowers, ever try mint?" He snatched at the crystal, but the brute swatted him like a fly, sending him skidding. Pain flared, stars danced. "Not funny," he gasped. Elara healed Thorne from afar, her magic now precise, orbs weaving like fireflies. But the chief advanced on her, club raised, pulse-pounding dread. "Elara, run!" Finn yelled, forcing himself up. In a surge of synergy, Thorne intercepted, axe clashing with club in sparks. Finn flanked, slashing hamstrings. Elara channeled the shrine's gift, a radiant beam that shattered the chief's defenses. The beast toppled, minions fleeing in panic. They claimed the crystal, its glow infusing them further. Stronger now, unbreakable. "We did it," Elara breathed, helping Finn stand. Their hands brushed, subtle warmth, no rush. Finn smirked, masking the genuine spark. "Couldn't have without you too. Thorne, you're a beast. Elara, you're the light." He winked at a fleeing goblin for good measure. "Hey, wait up, want a date?" Back in Eldridge, gold clinked, toasts rang. The knight hailed them, from fumblers to forces. Finn bought rounds, flirting with the barmaid again, but his eyes strayed to Elara, who smiled quietly across the table. Whispers grew, a dragon stirring in the peaks, shadows plotting. They started as underdogs, bumbling through bushes, but now, legends in the making. As Thorne arm-wrestled a patron and lost hilariously, Finn leaned toward Elara. "Next quest, you in?" She met his gaze, a slow smile blooming. "Only if you promise fewer near-deaths." "Deal," he said softly. "No kisses, no confessions, just the promise of more roads, more sparks." And in the tavern's roar, their story hummed on, wit sharp and tension taut, ready for whatever beast lurked next.